Winning a title is always a great achievement, but defending it successfully sends an even stronger message that the champions are intent on building a dynasty. That's what the Lion City Sailors will be striving for, and here is where it begins with a fixture against the refreshed Hougang United at our Tampines Hub. This is the 2025-26 Singapore Premier League season. We are at the end of match week 1, the opening weekend of the season, which has seen 2 draws from the 2 matches we've had so far. Saturday's game between Albrechts Negata Singapore and Balestier Khalsa ended in a 2-2 draw, while Sunday's Eastern Derby between BG Tampines Rovers and Geylang International finished goalless. Our focus tonight is on this Monday night game, where an opportunity for the first win of the season presents itself to one of these sides. Here's an early look at the table. 4 teams on a point each after those 2 draws. That means that a win for either the Lion City Sailors or Hougang United will put them at the top of the standings. Let's hear from the coaches of both sides, with Alexander Rankovic up first, followed by Chinedu Eziako of Hougang United.
No, Ranko, not the most ideal start of the 25-26 season, but your title defense starts tonight. Gonna put the last couple of losses behind you to look forward to this new season?
Which couple? I mean, we had only 2, so it's only 2 losses. And of course, yeah, this is the new start, and we want to defend the title, and there's no better way to do it.
And for tonight's opponent, it's a very different Hougang side from last season. So how well have you prepped given this level of uncertainty?
Yeah, honestly, we still don't know their lineup and the players, because we couldn't really see them a lot. And that's something that you already see in a couple of games they already played in this season. Like yesterday and day before yesterday, that players still have to get used to it and get the strength of the other squad a little bit under control. So yeah, we're going to see tonight what we are against them.
And we don't know their squad yet, but we've also seen some of your new players in action in the Com Shield in the past match. And how will you be setting up the team tonight?
Yeah, some of them will start, some of them no, because yeah, we all know the rules, only 7 can start. So yeah, definitely for some newcomers, a new chance.
And you're confident to get a win tonight?
Yeah, that's the only thing we want.
Actually, leading the club into a new SPL season for the first time. How different is that?
Oh, it's great to be back, and it's great to be given this wonderful opportunity to take this new leaf to the new heights. We are looking forward to bring the club to the new heights.
And you have made pretty much wholesale changes in the squad. Now, what can fans expect to see from this new look Hougang?
Well, we're expecting to see a very decent football and an aggressive approach. We're expecting to tighten up our defense and as well as score decent goals.
Right out the bat, facing defending champions LCS again as the season opener. Big test right away for this new squad?
Well, yes, I mean, we have to face them some point, but it's okay. It's good that we face them this at the beginning. So it's a good test for us. We get it out of the way.
Well, nice hearing from Chinedu Eziako and Alexander Rankovic. Prior to that, both teams, I'm sure, will be intent on getting off to a positive start tonight. So we should be in for a good game of football. Players ready, lining up in the tunnel. We're led out by Tony Darkovic of the Lion City Sailors, getting a hug from Haris Harun, who's usually the captain of the side. Thanks a lot for joining us on our coverage. I'm Rish Roshan Ryan. With me in the commentary position is a former coach in the league, Hide Kames. Hide, what are you looking forward to from this game?
Well, it's the start of the season for both teams, and of course the Lion City Sailors have played 2 games before this, didn't really do well at all in terms of performance and also the results. So I'm hoping to see Lion City Sailors bounce back, provide good and stiff competition to Hougang United, and of course Hougang United, really new squad, new players coming in, same coach, same manager. As we heard in the pre-match interview, decent football being expected, aggressive approach. So let's see what we are going to be seeing in the next 95 minutes.
There is Haris Harun in the crowd, shaking hands there. Forrest Lee also in attendance. And the Hougang Hools, good to see them in attendance as well. Going to support their team. Good, strong group of supporters, just like the crew for the Lion City Sailors, having to make do with fact that they will be playing their home matches away from Bishan Stadium for a while.
Yeah.
So out here at our Tampines Hub for their first match of the Singapore Premier League season. And the Sailors coming into this campaign looking to build on what was a hugely successful season for them last time out. They completed the domestic treble of the Community Shield, Singapore Premier League and Singapore Cup, while also putting together a fantastic run on the continent, making it into the AFC Champions League 2 final. It was their most successful season in their short history, only been around for 5 years, the Lion City Sailors, and they will be hungry for more. Things haven't started all that well for them though. Back-to-back defeats in this season's Community Shield. A 4-1 loss to BG Tampines was followed by a 3-1 defeat at the hands of Malaysia's Johor Darul Takzim in the ASEAN Club Championship in midweek. It must surely mean that the Sailors will be fired up for this contest as they look to make things right with a strong performance and a victory. As the teams come out onto this newly relayed surface at our Tampines Hub.
Yeah, it looks fantastic. He has been out for at least a year and a half. A lot of events taking place during that time as well, but it's good to be having the SPL matches being played at our Tampines Hub. Good for the community of the area as well.
Well, standing in the way of the Lion City Sailors are Hougang United, who have gone through a number of changes in playing personnel in the off-season as they try to make amends for a disappointing 7th place finish in the last campaign. When Chinedu Eziako took over at Hougang midway through last season, there was some renewed hope and optimism that he would turn things around, and things did start brightly enough for them. Just one defeat in the first 6 games as Hougang climbed up the table. That surge in form didn't last though. Here are the match officials. And at the whistle for this one is Clarence Liao Hong Wei, 35th match of his career as a referee in the Singapore Premier League. He'll be assisted by Abdul Hanan and Limeng Sun, 4th official Mohammad Shakawi Buhari. Video assistant referees, Juhairman Zaiton, the VAR. Assistant VAR, Lim Kok Heng. So ready for the coin toss. First one of the league season for these two captains, Darkovic and Anders Aplin. Anders has been around in the league for a long time. He's been retained by Hougang United. We always get these little words of advice from the referee ahead of kickoff, just explaining to the players that he's going to want to be in control, and he's asking the captains to respect the calls and the decisions. Let's have a look at the lineups, beginning with the home side for this fixture. The Lion City Sailors have made 2 changes from their midweek outing in the ASEAN Club Championship against Johor Darul Takzim. Shawal Anwar comes into the side after scoring against the Malaysian champions in place of Bart Ramzala. Maxime Lestien is also back in the starting 11, having missed out on the matchday squad against JDT. Anderson Lopez gets the nod up front ahead of Leonard T. The Brazilian will be keen on scoring his first goal for the club. As usual, plenty of quality on the bench for the Sailors. Ramzala, T, Song Hee-yong and Bailey Wright are among the options for Rankovic if required. And this is Alexander Rankovic's 82nd match in charge of the Lion City Sailors. He has had such a successful time at the club since coming in June of 2023. A league title, 2 Singapore Cups and 1 Community Shield under his belt. This is the starting lineup for Hougang United. 8 players are making their debut for the club. Zafan Rahaizad in goal gets a start against his parent club, and he will have Ryan Sanizal and Kanok Kong Simna ahead of him in central defense. Yuta Kikuchi and Yuma Suwa expected to line up in central midfield, with Ryohei Yoshihama playing in front of them. Thailand under-23 international Yotsakon Burapa starts up top for Hougang, and they will be looking to use his physicality to bring the likes of Victor Blasco and Farhan Zulkifli into play. Hougang United have foreign options on the bench as well, Hugo Kametani, Setawut Wong Sai and Samuel Strong among the players available in the matchday squad. There is Chinedu Eziako taking charge of his 17th match at the helm of Hougang United. It's a new era in the sense, and he'll be hoping that it'll be a positive one with the changes they have made at the club. So we're just moments away from kickoff at our Tampines Hub between the Lion City Sailors and Hougang United. Welcome along to our Tampines Hub as we get underway. Lion City Sailors with kickoff going from left to right on your screens, up against Hougang United in the orange. Lion City Sailors in the white and blue. It's Hougang defending the goal to the right for the first half. I'm Roshan Ryan. Joining me in the commentary position is a former coach in the league, Hide Kabis. Hide, we've seen 2 draws.
Yep.
In the 2 matches we've had on this opening week of the 2025-26 Singapore Premier League season so far. What are you expecting from this fixture?
Well, I think a more attacking side from Hougang United, more quality up front, a bit of aggression in midfield, especially when you want to stop the attack or the counter attacks from Lion City Sailors, which is what the Hougang United would be seen trying to do. And then at the same time, it's different because I think it's the first game of the season. Both sides should be a little bit more cautious, especially in the last 2 games that we have seen so far. Both teams, or all 4 teams, didn't want to lose the game and start the season badly. I do hope things are different this time around when we are looking at Lion City Sailors against Hougang United. It should be entertaining. It should be a bit more tactical in that sense, and let's hope that it brings more goals as we have seen so far, especially in the first game with 4 goals between those 2 sides.
So 4 teams on a point each on the standings. Winner here goes to the top of the table at the end of match week 1. It's going to go straight to Ivan Shushak in goal for the Lion City Sailors. Rolls it out straight away to Rui Pires. There's Diogo Costa, who's given a little bit of a tough time against JDT. Arif Aiman in the first half looked very solid against him, and then to his credit, to the Sailors' credit, they recovered a little bit defensively in the second half of that fixture. So there were some positives for them to take away from that match.
It's always tough to play against JDT, and I think Lion City Sailors, I think one of the interviews I saw online, one of the players was saying that they fell asleep in the first 15-20 minutes and only started playing after that.
Here's Lestien on the right. Starting with the inverted wingers, Lestien on the right, Shawal Anwar playing off the left. But expect Shawal to drift into those central areas, play closer to Anderson Lopez and leave the width to Costa, as we're seeing here. Good ball into the box. Vestering with the clearance. Hougang looking to break. Here is Victor Blasco. Plenty of speed. And Yotsakon on the outside of him. Eventually goes to Yotsakon. Was very active for Thailand at the ASEAN Under-23 Championships recently. Yotsakon, a physical presence up front. And he works incredibly hard. Going to move into the channels as well. Kikuchi. Yoshihama. Siendenge. That's Darkovic. Eventually gets a touch of Yuma Sua, and will be a goal kick.
Interesting for Lion City Sailors, trying to prepare a game against an opponent where you haven't seen their qualities before. You can just really focus on yourself, trying to improve and correct your mistakes, especially when you've played 2 games. And I'm pretty sure you have to do a lot of correctional training before coming into this game and just focus 100% on yourself.
It is interesting. I'm glad you bring it up because it's a great point. Normally, when you're looking ahead to fixtures against opposition, you sort of have a little bit of a bank, a little bit of knowledge with the analysis, but you're not exactly quite sure what to expect. Here's Lopez with the first chance. Great save from Zafan. We'll come back to that question in just a bit. Lopez with the diving header, testing the Hougang goalkeeper.
Wow, Diogo Costa. That cross from the left-hand side was in between Jordan Vestring and also Ryan Sanizal. Perfectly weighted. And then Anderson Lopez just getting to the end of it. Zafan up to the task.
Anderson Lopez, wonder if he's thinking, have I moved to the SPL or am I still in the J-League?
I get what you mean. So many Japanese players in the league itself,
That's
not
right.
just Hougang.
He'll be fired up. And the thing for Lion City Sailors this season, is they've got two options with T and Lopez in terms of a central striker. And the way that they normally set up, they play with one sort of number 9. So it really is going to be a fascinating battle between Lopez and T. Lestien with the delivery. It's been cleared away. Dangerous delivery from Lestien. Gets it back. There's Yotsakon with the strength. Given away to Pires.
You're talking about the two strikers you mentioned. Both totally different qualities as well. And T running it through the channels much more. But I think Anderson Lopez is more of a target player, waiting for the crosses to come in. And good to have two different qualities to face two different style of play from opponents as well.
Pires. Well, this is what you expect to see from the Lion City Sailors, dominating matches with the quality that they have. Still early stages of this match, but they're looking to get off to a good start with the aggression in the press. There's no dropping deep, playing with the higher line here, Hide.
Yeah, exactly. They are not really pressing with a bit of aggression from the top, but they are presenting themselves to go high up the field. And their defensive line is really high. Really high, and I think that's when they were getting caught as well against PG Tampines through those long diagonal balls from defense and midfield.
It's a lovely ball from Pires, finds Lestien. Festering, completely misjudging the flight of that ball from Pires.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to make that mistake so early on in the game. Luckily, was Maxime Lestien on his weaker right foot. Play it across to Anderson Lopez in the center.
Lestien delivers again. Another really good delivery into the 6-yard box. On another corner.
Dangerous balls. Two really good corner kicks. Delivery from Maxime Lestien. Similar area, similar positions by the Lion City Sailors players as well.
Taken short, Pires. Lestien gets it back. Another good delivery. Goes all the way to Safwan on the far side of the area.
Cross from Maxime Lestien being dealt with by Hougang United defense.
Safwan Baruding back in Singapore football after a long spell in Malaysia. It was with Selangor. Some very public issues with the head coach of Selangor. He needed a way out. Surplus to requirements at the Malaysian club, according to the coach over there. And he was able to find a way out in the form of the Lion City Sailors. Not too bad at all.
Well, for him,
to the Sailors, for him,
I think personally, he would be perfectly positioned to be playing in Lion City Sailors, especially the club playing in a lot of competition this season.
33-year-old Singapore international Safwan Barudin. They also have Bailey Wright on the bench. He is not at 100%, so expect him to be a fixture in the starting 11 once he is
they
at full
still
fitness.
have Haris Harun as well.
That's right.
Yep.
Blessed with talent this side. I mean, they can leave players like Ramzala, T. Singapore's #1, Izwan Mabun, also on the bench. Now, that's also going to be, well, that's a lovely turn from Hami Shaheen. Picks out Lestien. Just on the goalkeeping situation. Zafan, with his move to Hougang, has got a great opportunity to impress.
Yeah. We were talking about it off air.
Yeah.
Out of the local goalkeepers, only Zafan and Rudy are starting games.
Shazwan.
Yeah,
At PG Tampines, yes.
So his position is not guaranteed, especially when you have a coach who has been working with Shazwan for a long time, so who would be preferring somebody who starts games.
Yeah, and yeah, you're absolutely right. It's difficult to, even if you do call up someone like Izwan and he's not getting the games, it becomes difficult to justify.
Exactly.
from a coach's perspective. So that's going to be another story to keep an eye on.
Well, we only have 3 goalkeepers who are playing, so naturally those 3 goalkeepers are going to be called out.
There's Shawal. Panic from Ryan Sanizal straight to Lestien. You don't want to do that. Lestien, and that is why you don't want to do that. Brilliant finish from Maxime Lestien.
It's been really messy for Hougang the first 10 minutes. Nobody could really get control of the ball, and it feels like the ball is just falling and dropping to Lions Sailors players this time around. Maxime Lestien, just like really simple, just putting it back to his left foot, curling it across. I don't think Zafan was in a perfect position as well to get a touch on it. It was too far deep into his own line. But again, that shouldn't be a mistake by Ryan Sanizal, especially against Lions Sailors' quality.
First goal of the season for Maxime Lestien. First of many, I'm sure.
I'm sure as well. He'll be looking for his trademark assist.
This is his 4th campaign in the Singapore Premier League. He scored 12 goals in his first season, picked up 25 assists. In his second season, he scored 25 goals and 22 assists. Last season, 14 goals, 22 assists as well. And he's off the mark in this campaign.
Oh, that really looks messy. There's no proper shape and organization when they are pressing. When in attack and possession, they don't look comfortable on the ball.
Well, for Maxime Lestien, the incredible numbers that he's put up since he's been at the Lion City Sailors. This is his 77th Singapore Premier League appearance. He has scored now 52 goals and he has collected 69 assists.
Well, I think this season would be a good test for him. I think simply because the teams have better players, more foreigners, and now it's about him cementing his place as one of the best foreign signings ever.
Perez. Well, perfect start for the Lion City Sailors. Lestien and Dengue. Clever ball, first time out to Hami Shaheen. And Dengue just gets away from him and allows Anders Aplin to put it out for a corner. Central midfielder, Cian Dengue, 28-year-old. He's last playing in Switzerland with the Grasshopper Club Zurich.
Big change for him. Sort of quality of football and also weather.
There's Lestien. Costa. Interesting for Ndenge as well. He's coming from Switzerland to a country that is sometimes known as the Switzerland of Asia. But a big shift, you're right, in terms of the level that he was playing at and what he's come into now, formerly with Borussia Mönchengladbach as well. He's also spent some time in Dutch football with Roda JC. Does he have the pace to keep it in, Shawal? It's too much on that pass.
Well, it does seem like it's quite easy to find that space between the Hougang players for Lion Sea Sailors. They have been getting a lot of the ball, pressing up really well now. As you can see, just trying to force mistakes. Hougang have gone on a different approach, signing a lot of Thai players. They have five Thai players in the squad.
Yeah, 2 of them in the starting 11. Kanok Kongsima, 24-year-old central defender, and Yotsakon Burapa, the 20-year-old striker. Here is Kanok. For to Yotsakon. Hougang will retain possession. Blasco wants it back, gets it back. From Yuma Suma. Given away. Lopez. Anders, well-timed challenge. Farhan, look at that quality. And then pirouette from Farhan Zulkifli. Dances away from pressure. Yotsakon looking for the offside flag. It will go up now. Also going back to the coin toss. Well, here's another look at this pirouette from Farhan.
Fantastic. It's exactly what he wanted to do, where the space was.
And he's been around for a very long time as well, Farhan Zulkifli. He is still only 22.
But he came on the scene at 16.
That's right.
6 good seasons under his belt. Can't really say he's a youngster anymore. Right? In terms of experience, 6 seasons.
He's one of the veterans out
there
there in this Hougang United side. He's a very exciting player. What a talent. And it's probably a good thing for him as well. I mean, you'd imagine someone like Farhan Zulkifli with his quality, there'd be sides who are challenging further up the standings who would have been looking at him
exactly.
as a transfer target. But staying at Hougang gives him an opportunity to play regularly.
Yeah, exactly. And he's taken the number 10, or rather the number of his jersey, so it gives him a lot of responsibility as well. For a 22-year-old with quite a high number of seasons under his belt. I think right now he has to produce. I think he has been always under the shadows, sometimes quite critical of his end product. Sometimes he's really live wire on the sides, but you know, he's crossing and maybe he needs to get a bit more goals to add to his game. It's good for Singapore football as well.
He scored 7 goals last season for the Young Lions and Hougang. 4 of them for the Young Lions, 3 for Hougang. And he picked up 9 assists in last season's campaign for those 2 clubs combined. Here's Yotsakon. Farhan will be looking to try and build on those numbers that he was able to manage last season. 7 goals, 9 assists in 30 appearances.
Good ball here from 41. Ushi Hama to striker Sakon. Interesting as well. Sakon just 20 years old. Usually you have more mature striker, especially when you have a lot of choices. Oh, big mistake.
Given away. Safwan bails his side out. Blasco was looking to cut it onto his right boot. Safwan read that. Put the tackle in. And Sun is on at full stretch with the header. On the corner. Well, Ryan Sanizal, another player, will be looking to get regular minutes under his belt at Hougang. Formerly with BG Tampines and the Young Lions.
Yeah, I think his move to Hougang was definitely on the basis that he might start more games, have more minutes. It looks like he's going to be starting more now because of the 7 foreigner rulings.
Tan with a long throw. And Sanizal with the header. Comes back out to Tan. Sanizal with another header. Blasco. It's a free kick. He was walking away, Blasco, thinking it was going to be a goal kick.
I thought so as well. I didn't think there was any infringement. I mean, his boot was up. And I'm as perplexed as him.
31-year-old Spaniard, Victor Blasco. in Barcelona.
And a delivery from Maxime Lestienne.
It's Lestienne lifted in once more. There's Suwa. Suwa gets away from Costa. Going to counter. It's a good pass. Yotsakon with the speed. Hami's there, put it out for a throw. Dengue. First time ball over the top for Shawal to chase. Good recovery from Anders Aplin.
Well, he opted to pull it back instead of going forward. He was ahead of everybody else. Interesting decision from Shawal Anwar. Finding their feet.
It does look like they're slowly starting to get into the rhythm. As Hami defends that well. Should be perfectly adjusted to that right wing back role now. Out of possession. With the ball, he moves into central midfield.
Yeah, I think he played that position quite a lot last season. Played the same way against JDT as well.
Offside is the call. Well, there's going to be lots of eyes on this man right here, Anderson Lopez. Pretty interested to see how he performs. I think there was some excitement when the Lion City Sailors were able to bring him in from Yokohama Marinos into the Singapore Premier League. And so there's going to be that pressure there on him to perform. Yotsakon causing a few issues with his acceleration. Not the most convincing of goalkeeping there from Ivan Chushak.
We've seen the same pattern. Just now it happened again, which led to the diagonal ball being played in. Right, Sanizal coming into midfield, played into one of the central midfielders, and ball over the top. Now for Yotsakon to attack. A lot of confusion here. And again, as we said, Hougang just slowly finding their feet. It's important now they don't concede anymore and get into the rhythm of things.
Whipped in a good pace. That should be another corner. Last touch was offline. Done. Oh, wow, it's a goal kick.
Two big calls from Clarence so far. Well, I thought that it came off Ainul Tan last. Let's look at it. Yeah, definitely. Ainul Tan.
Lionel Tan, I mean, he'll take the decision, but he walked away pretty sheepishly. As Farhan working hard defensively, tracking back, taking it off Costa. Yotsakon wins the header ahead of Safwan. Here comes to Darkovic, Shiestan.
Well, Yotsakon looks like an industrious striker who can work and press, but I don't think he's blessed with that much pace. And also physicality, not strong enough to hold on to the ball against three centre-backs.
A cross, lovely shape on that delivery from Costa, headed away by Ryan Sanizal. Blasco picks up the second ball.
You can see the pattern here from Lion City Sailors. A lot of the attack coming from the left-hand side. Crosses coming from the left-hand side because Shawal is tucking in. Perfectly weighted ball there from Dengue.
A Look at the space that Costa has on the left. Farhan having to do a lot of defending. And Dengue, clear run into the box. Kanok with the interception. And they're under pressure once more, Hougang.
It also does look like Anders Applin is tucking in further inside. Not really a conventional right back.
Well, we have never had a 0-0 in the history of this fixture. So we've already had that Lestienne goal. We had a 0-0 yesterday. We had 4 0-0s in the Singapore Premier League last season. The last one was, well, yesterday in the Eastern Derby, but the last one from the last campaign was between PG Tampines and the Lion City Sailors, their final fixture of the league season. It's not something we see all that often in this competition.
Yeah. I do hope that will change as well, especially with the amount of foreigners are in. Quality should go up, quality of defending should go up as well.
Four players from the Lion City Sailors in the box. Man-to-man. Hougang for the moment. Anders Applin is free. Shawal on the edge of the area. Poor delivery from Costa. But they win it back again. Lestienne. Looking for that second phase on the set piece. Touched out for another corner by Anders Applin.
That run behind from Shah Anwar again. Maxime Lestienne always looking for his teammate.
Lestienne, 3 at the near post to aim for. Punch well clear by Zafan. Blasco, great first touch. It's a foul by Lionel Tan, and I think he's going to be quite lucky to escape a booking. He has been booked.
Yeah, he came from behind. Knew exactly what he was doing. You can see what kind of player Victor Blanco is, Victor Blasco is. Comfortable on the ball, likes to take on players. Left winger, predominantly using his right foot. I think he needs to be in a much higher position for him to really create more damage.
Well, he has experience of playing in Southeast Asia. Played in Cambodia with Angkor Tiger and Visaka. He's also played in Canada. Here's Farhan with the effort. That's a great finish from Farhan Zulkifli. We were talking about the number 10 taking on the responsibility and being a key player for this side. That is a great finish. A wonderful equalizer.
Really great goal from Farhan Zulkifli. He was strong. The challenge came in from Safwan, and he held himself really well here. Yeah, there the challenge came in. Still had a lot to do. Brought the ball back to his right foot, to his more comfortable foot as well, and really just placed it on the left-hand side or the right-hand side of the goalkeeper. Goalkeeper just not using his height to his advantage there. But again, good on Farhan Zulkifli to get his first goal of the season. We didn't really see a lot of Hougang in the first 30 minutes here. But to get a goal and still maintain this scoreline is good enough to go into half-time.
Costa. Dengue looking for the go-ahead goal. For that quick response. Well, more issues defensively for the Lion City Sailors.
Well, it's weird that they have 5 in defense whenever they are not in possession. But let's look at this chance again in Dengue. Just being in that position. we are definitely going to see him a lot in the penalty box because of just the type of player he is, and Army coming in will push him further forward as well. Well, let's be honest, I think Hougang have been messy. I don't think they have played to their fullest potential or even close to their full potential, but they are still in the game. They scored a goal, equalizing goal at that. And I'm sure that goal brings a bit more confidence to the whole side.
That's Kanok. Shushak out of his area to clear. Well, these teams also met in the opening league fixture last season. It was the Lion City Sailors who came away with a comfortable 4-1 win against Hougang back on the 10th of May last year. Sailors with a great record against Hougang United. They won 3 of their 4 matches against them in the SPL last season. All 3 wins were comfortable victories as well. 4-1 at the start. It was followed by a 7-1 win in the second fixture. Then there was a 3-1 victory before they wrapped things up with a 1-0 draw in March this year. And this streak of scoring against the Lion City Sailors for Hougang carries on into an 8th match. The last time they failed to score was in a 3-0 defeat on the 25th of June 2023. There's a pretty incredible stat about Hougang's defensive woes from last season. 76 goals they conceded. 15 of those 76 were against the Lion City Sailors. So that's one side responsible for close to 20% of the goals you conceded in the league campaign. Well, it looked like it should have been a whistle for a free kick. Advantage has been played. Here's Yotsakon with the shot! Cutting across it. Now, that would have been fascinating. Had that gone in, whether the earlier challenge would have been reviewed.
Again, it looked like a foul, but again, credit to Hougang United. Just play it on. Let's look at this challenge again. He was nowhere near the ball. He was nowhere near the ball, and it's a con. Just blasting it out wide.
Hami. Lionel Tan. Peresh. Dengue. It's a very physical central midfield pairing of Dengue and Peresh for the Lion City Sailors.
A lot of presence in the center. With Peresh. More technical between the two of them.
Blasco and Lestien having a bit of an argument about who's got the better tattoos, perhaps.
It wasn't him who tackled.
No, it wasn't, exactly. Yeah. But there was something that went on after that. Blasco is just getting a talking to. Done. Hami. Closed down quickly by Blasco. There's Sua. Farhan. Blasco. Well, this Hougang United side have been given a lift by that equaliser from Farhan Zulkifli. It was a textbook finish, wasn't it?
Lovely. Lovely from the 22-year-old. Again, the challenge came in. He held strong enough to just place the ball further forward for him to take that shot.
That's Hami. Cross straight into Vestering. Have to be careful. Lestien is there. Blasco is able to push forward with it for Hougang. Wonder if the better option would have been Yotsakon.
He wanted to play that ball for last goal. Again, you have to be really precise, especially when you are defending most of the time. You're going to be really tiring out.
Costa. That's Kanok who puts it out. Away from his penalty area. Datkovic. On to Costa. Easily past Farhan.
Not sure what he wanted to do there. Costa. Could have been misguided cross.
Good noise here at our Tampines Hub.
Again, something you would expect from the Wolves. Always providing and lending their support to Team in Orange.
Yoshihama for Yotsakon. Does well to hold on to it. Blasco. Tough one, could have been tricky for him.
Not many players in the penalty box for Hougang.
Yeah, Yotsakon is out on this left-hand side, so they do need someone else to fill in. It's Lopez looking to work hard defensively. He's not really gotten much in the way of service as well as Anderson Lopez. Blasco. A little bit of a nudge in the back. Sua. Kikuchi. There's Yuma Sua. Yoshihama was who... Well, I thought he won the corner, but the flag has gone up for offside.
Better phase of play from Hougang, especially in the attacking third. Be more patient, not rushing their attack, finding that space, and again, just half a yard offside from Yoshihama.
Yoshihama, who as a young player was with Kawasaki Frontale, and then he was also with Shonan Belmare. Brings a lot of experience. Played for Machida Zelvia, Despa Gunma, and Ofa Yamaguchi and FC Gifu. Before his move to Hougang, he was playing in Cambodia with Bongket. Pretty decent CV for Ryohei Yoshihama. We'll see how he produces over the course of the season for Hougang United. That's Pires. On to Costa. Portuguese connection. Costa, who was on loan from Famalicão last season with the Lion City Sailors, signing a long-term contract for this campaign. Making that move permanent. Datkovic. Dengue. Nastan. Then runs Sanizal. Shawal with the touch onto Lopez. Off balance as he hit that one, Anderson Lopez.
Ball was moving towards the corner flag to get it down for better control. Shaolano are just touching it forward for Anderson Lopez here. Didn't really get that body balance that's needed to take that shot. Under his foot.
Well, it can take some time for players to get settled in. We sort of saw it with Leonard T last season with Land City Sailors as well. He scored loads of goals in the end for the club, but initially
it was tough for him. Yeah.
it was a little bit tricky. Didn't take too long as well, to his credit, to get adjusted and start scoring and making an impact for the Land City Sailors.
Well, I think it helps as well. I think last season Land City Sailors were doing well when he came in, and I think the situation for Anderson Lopez is definitely different, especially when you had 2 losses so far.
Yes, 2, also known as a couple. Safwan. There's Dankovic. It's been a pretty good first half. It's just slowed down over the last few minutes, but in general, it's been a good watch.
Decent from Hougang, especially a really poor first 10 minutes. Got into the game, found their rhythm a little bit better, and I think realizing the pace of the game is going to be different as well when you play against Land City Sailors.
That's Farhan.
You see Ryan Sunnydale just coming up, take that defensive midfielder position when they are in possession.
There's Lestien. Costa. Takes the contact of Farhan Zulkifli.
Definitely a foul here. Right call from Clarence.
This will be taken by Lestien. 5, 6 lining up to attack. This delivery from Maxime Lestien for the Land City Sailors. Not good enough with the ball in. It's Costa. And as with the header. Collected by Yoshihama. Farhan. Sua. Good strong play from Uma Sua. It's Yotsakon out wide on the left. Here is Yotsakon. Space to drive into.
Oh, the ball back to Blasco was there for the taking. Blasco was in a much better position there. The layoff from Yotsakon.
So some work to do at halftime, you'd imagine, for the Land City Sailors coaching staff. And regardless of all the good work that he's done, Alexander Rankovic, with the titles that he's won for the club, he will know that that's in the past.
Yeah. Yep.
And he's going to constantly have to produce, especially with the level of investment that's been put in at the club.
You're only as good as your last game.
Yoshihama, Yotsakon, big chance! And it's a big goal for Hougang United. Yotsakon, oh, the flag has gone up. Has he strayed offside?
Yeah.
Well, he's done his part. He's finished off the opportunity, which means it has to go to VAR.
Good play between the 3 players involved. It was Blasco to...
I think he's just off.
Yeah, it's just off. Half a yard offside. Could have held his run a little longer. Yep.
It is the right call. And the frustrating thing about that, Hide, is that he didn't actually need to go early.
Yeah, exactly. He had time, he had space. Wasn't a lot of pressure by the nearest defender.
He's worried. Look
Yeah.
at the bottom of your screen. Alexander Rankovic in his technical area. He's frustrated with his side. Minimum of 2 minutes added on. Lopez has got to make those stick. Being bullied by Ryan Sanizal at the moment. How about that?
Well, that's a nice sight. I think we talk about so much about foreigners coming in, replacing the local players, and those local players who are starting the games have to really show that they are worth that spot. Lions Sailors have been a team just focused on efficiency more than anything else, right? And the frustrations always pay off at the end of it somehow for Rankovic. This is how he has set up his team. This is how he wants his team to be playing.
And Yotsakon has been so lively.
Yeah.
As Blasco.
It's tough to mark him because he's always drifting to the left, to the right. It's not really much of a central striker. Totally different from the previous number 9 that Hougang had last season, Rajic.
Flag is going to go up again.
There's always a lot of rotations. Yoshihama.
Bit of confusion there because Safwan held his hand up saying we're going to wait for the whistle here, take it from the right spot. And Ryohei Yoshihama wanted to take it away from him and head towards goal. The whistle for half-time, and it's been an interesting first half. Lion City Sailors were in control for a lot of it. It took some time for Hougang United to get themselves back into this contest. Maxime Lestienne with the opening goal early on to give the Sailors the lead. And then there was a lovely equalizer from Farhan Zulkifli as well, the number 10 for Hougang. Textbook finish from the 22-year-old Singapore international. At halftime here at Tampines Hub, it's the Lion City Sailors 1, Hougang United 1. Welcome back to our Tampines Hub. It's half-time here between the Lion City Sailors and Hougang United. A goal each. One from Maxime Lestien and one from Farhan Zulkifli. Let's have a look at the highlights from that first half, beginning with this chance in the 4th minute. Lovely cross from Costa into Anderson Lopez with the diving header, which was saved by Zafan.
Well, a lot of crosses coming in from Costa on the left-hand side, but this one sticked really well in between the two Hougang players. Anderson Lopez just couldn't direct it well enough to score that goal.
There was early pressure from the Lion City Sailors. They started off well, and they pounced on this error from Ryan Sanizal with the pass straight into the feet of Maxime Lestien, who fully punished the away side with a great goal.
The first 10 minutes was all Lion City Sailors. Maxime was capitalizing on that poor clearance from Ryan Sanizal. Sidestep, coming back to his left foot, curling it across for the first goal of the season.
Unintended assist, first assist of the season for Ryan Sanizal, straight to Lestien. That goal coming in the 11th minute. Hougang take the time to grow into the contest, and we'll get back into it thanks to Farhan Zulkifli with a textbook finish, a lovely finish in the 29th minute to make it 1-0.
Lovely play again, same pattern, just over the defense. Safwan putting that pressure on Farhan Zulkifli, but Farhan not overwhelmed with that pressure. Second touch just to take it away from Safwan, and that third touch for that shot in the bottom corner. Lovely goal from Farhan Zulkifli, brought the equalizer to Hougang.
Then in the 40th minute, and Dengue with the ball forward, skimming off the top of the head of Ryan Sanizal. Shawal then with the touch into Anderson Lopez, who was off balance with his effort going well wide.
Still finding his feet, Anderson Lopez in the team and also the league. Shawal just touching it for Anderson Lopez here. First touch, just not strong enough in the right direction.
Hougang thought they'd gotten their go-ahead goal from Yotsakon. Was a good finish, but the flag went up for offside and it was disallowed.
As you said, he didn't need to go that early. Just could have held his run or curved his run a little bit more just to stay in line with Safwan. Again, good finish from the number 8. Lucky for Hougang United.
Well, let's have a look at some of the numbers. 56% possession to the Lion City Sailors. They've had 2 more attempts than Hougang, 1 more on target than their opposition, but pretty even that first half of football between these two sides. And most importantly, the score at the top of your screens is 1 apiece. So we will go for another break, and when we come back, we will have the second half between Lion City Sailors and Hougang United coming up for you from our Tampines Hub. welcome back to our Tampines Hub, just ahead of the second half between the Lion City Sailors and Hougang United. It is 1-1 at the break. Maxime Lestienne scoring the first goal of this contest in the 11th minute, pouncing on an error from Ryan Sanizal. It's a nice finish into the bottom corner. Farhan Zulkifli, and with the equaliser, as Hougang took the time to grow into the game. It's been a pretty lively first half with chances at both ends. And we're hoping for more of them in the second half, as will the crowd here at our Tampines Hub. Ide is still with me in the commentary position. Ide, what did you make of the first half of football?
Pretty decent from both teams. I think both sides had their fair number of period where they were dominating the game, or at least were on top of one another. First 10 minutes belonged to Lion City Sailors and managed to score that goal through Maxime Lestienne. Hougang during that time was still unsettled, not knowing their positions on the field, the distances between themselves as well. But they grew, got their rhythm back into their feet and managed to equalize through Farhan Zulkifli. And towards the end of the half, I thought that Hougang did much better than the Lion City Sailors. I think Lion City Sailors were safe. They didn't really play the ball to dangerous areas, especially when you have Shawal Anwar and Edison Lopez centrally from the left-hand side, and Maxime wasn't fully utilized as well on the right. And I thought that maybe in the second they could change their game a little bit more, play with a bit more pace, and hopefully help Edison Lopez settle into the league by helping him scoring his first goal for the club.
Well, I think we're going to see a change for the Lion City Sailors. So Bart Ramsala going through a warm-up.
Yeah, I think for him, he brings a lot of energy into the side, especially breaking lines where sorely needed as well from Lion City Sailors.
We're getting some great shots from the matches this season. Closer look at the players as they make their way out from the tunnels. As Ramsala getting ready to come on and make a change, make an impact for the Lion City Sailors. They've looked a little bit flat in attack. The Sailors are going to be making two changes, in fact. Song Hyong is also going to be coming on. And we're hearing that Rui Pires and Shawal Anwar are both going to be coming off. So Ramsala and Song on for the Lion City Sailors. That's the information that we're getting. Although we're only seeing Bart Ramsala going on right now. Well, there we go. There's Song Hyong. He's on. So Shawal and Rui Pires are both off.
Right on cue. So just appearing on the TV screen.
Well, we saw how frustrated Alexander Rankovic was in that first half with his team. He wasn't happy at all with the performance from his side. He's wasted no time in making the changes. What will Song and Bart bring?
Both of them are really energetic players. They hustle and try to get the ball back as soon as they lose it. On the ball, they're really dangerous as well. Song breaking lines, making that run forward. And with that, I should think that the number 8, Dengue, should be sitting a little bit deeper, just taking over the Rui Pires role, and a bit more quality on the ball as well. But Ramsala coming in on the left, I think he's definitely different from Shawal Anwar. Shawal just being in the box side by side with Edison Lopez, while Bart Ramsala is going to be coming from deep, trying to link up play and get things going from a deeper position.
Second half underway at our Tampines Hub. It is Hougang United in the orange, who go from left to right, up against the Lion City Sailors in the white and blue, going from right to left on your screens for this second 45. It's Ivan Strusa.
Interesting kickoff, just kicking the ball out and trying to win the ball off that throw in. I'm pretty sure it's being worked. and I'm pretty sure they are looking at Lionel Tan as the potential weakness in the back line every time they are in possession.
It might be an area for them to exploit.
Yeah.
You've seen Yotsakon especially peel out to that left-hand side. Not just because of Lionel Tan there, but also Hami Shaheen in that right wing-back role. And at times, he can get caught out of position.
Especially in transition, right? When he's always in the central position, he needs time to get back to his original defensive position.
There's Lestien. Song. That's Costa. That's certainly something that the Sailors will have to work on in the second half. Ramsala into Lestien. Lestien with a goal! Zafan must have been unsighted, because that has come through a number of bodies on its way in. Lestien, and there was no power behind that. He just picks out the bottom corner. Superb.
Similar goal as the first one in the first half. Quick off the mark in the second, Maxime Lestien. Again, he's allowed to go back to his left foot. And that's quite a situation where it's disturbing. Jordan not near enough to put that pressure on. But credit to him, just finding that space in between so many Hougang players, and also just creeping it into the bottom left. Zafan just outstretched, not being able to get a touch on it. Maxime 2, Hougang 1.
14 goals in the league last season for Maxime Lestien. 2 in this one already. And continuing on with those really outstanding numbers that he's put up for the Lion City Sailors since he's joined the club. There's Darkovic with some work to do.
Good strong
pace
run
with Blasco.
Well, looks like it went up for a corner kick. But the goal kick is given. Let's look at the piece of action here. Strong run from Blasco to his left foot. Oh, definitely no touch from Tony.
With the armband in the absence of Haris Harun and Bailey Wright. Tony Darkovic was so impressive for the Lion City Sailors last season. Dummy from Lestien. Dengue has the pace, but he won't get there ahead of Ryan Sanizal. Might have been contact on the follow-through as well. Ryan Sanizal is off the pitch, injured. We've seen players roll themselves back on. He's going to walk himself back on. Here's Yotsakon again, in off the left. No help in the box.
The support came in so slow. It doesn't matter as well because he was offside. Again, coming off this challenge. Nothing much there. Dengue.
Yeah, just a bit of contact on the follow-through. Costa. Alexander Rankovic has never lost to Hougang. 5 wins, 2 draws, 7 previous matches against them. Back in front. And those changes having an immediate impact. Ramsala with the assist. And Song with the pass before that.
It doesn't look like Dengue is playing deeper. He's still up there trying to join the attack as much as he can.
Here's Costa. Good ball into Ramsala. Nice turn. Farhan. Forced to hold it up. Again, needs some help. Gets it in the form of Yuta Kikuchi. Year-old Yuta Kikuchi. Spent some time as a young player with Vegalta Sendai. before going to Kanagawa University. Another one who's also played his club football, or some of his club football, in Cambodia. Tiffy Army and Naga World. Ramzala looking for the give and go. Needed a much better pass, and there was an opportunity for Ramzala to attack the space.
Yeah, as you mentioned there, needed a better pass from Costa. So Ramzala just urging his teammate on after that mistake.
Kikuchi. Sua. Turan Sanizal. Blasco, Yotsakon. Yoshihama running into Hami Shaheen. So they'll have to do it again. Try and find that equalizer, Hougang. Anders. Farhan quickly closed down by Costa. Has to go inside. So strong, quick.
Yep.
In possession is Farhan. Wins a good free kick.
Two players just trying to get the ball off him. Farhan just again strong enough to win a foul.
That was a waste from Yoshihama.
Not sure what was going on there between the Hougang players.
Lestienne. Maxime Lestienne, by the way, making his 120th appearance in all competitions for the Lion City Sailors. He's now up to 66 goals scored for this club. Blasco. Well, we haven't seen much of an impact from Yoshihama, Kikuchi and Sua, the three Japanese players in central midfield for Hougang.
There's a lacking in fluidity in the center for Hougang, especially in possession where they are not combining well enough to be the link between the attacking players. We've seen a lot from the
front three.
Yeah, Sakon, Farhan Zulkifli and Blasco, but nothing much in the central areas.
There's Lestienne. Going to get away from Vestering. Keeping close watch on Maxime Lestienne, and Dengue is there to help. And Dengue! Wow, there was a wicked dip right at the end of that effort.
Well, Zafan seemed confident that the ball was going out, but there was, whoa, look at that dip there at the last part of that shot.
Eight attempts, 6 of them for the Sailors. Driven into the box by Lestienne. Ramzala is asking for a penalty, says he was pushed in the back. Referee ignoring the appeals for the moment. Blasco.
Well, Blasco is involved a lot. Right? He's been on the ball for, I think, could be the longest of all Hougang players. It's definitely offside there.
Yotsakon.
Yeah.
There's another look at this.
Well, that was there's no hands in there. You know, he was chest to back.
was cleared by the VAR. No penalty, which is the right call.
Yeah.
That's Ryan Sanizal again. He's really had the better of Anderson Lopez, which is incredible.
Yeah.
You see, 55 minutes into this, he made a mistake, Ryan Sanizal, with that first goal. But since then, he's been outstanding.
Yeah, exactly. Well, in terms of physical duels between him and Anderson Lopez, he's been winning, could be all challenges.
Singapore Youth International Ryan Sanizal looking to get more opportunities with the senior setup of his national team. It's another player who's made the move to a club where he'll be
smart move,
given opportunities to play on a regular basis, and that is something that could help him in his international career.
Well, we are in need of that position in the national team, especially having players, a player renewal. It's good to see. What's that about?
Well, Anders Aplin is furious with the referee. He's going to be booked. There was a little bit of a delay in the decision to blow for the foul. Let's have a closer look at this.
This was fair, but nothing much there as well. This could be another angle where we can see nothing there. There's no arm.
I think Anders Aplin is quite right to ask a few questions of the officials. And it's very unfortunate, one, to have the free kick awarded against him, two, to
get a
be
yellow.
booked.
Yeah,
that's right.
Exactly. It's wow.
It looked like one of those good old-fashioned shoulder-to-shoulder challenges, and this a normal coming together. As Chinedu Eziako, that's what he wants to be known as this season, of going forward.
I've known him for maybe 20 years. This is the first time I'll be referring him as Chinedu.
So a set piece to defend for Hougang. Sailors with 4 in the box. And Dengue making a late run in. There's Costa.
Too ambitious from Diogo Costa. Not troubling anyone from there.
He's much better at creating chances than scoring them, Costa. Well, that was always going to be difficult for him to try and even get on target.
Well, he has a good left foot.
There's Blasco.
As I was saying about Blasco, I mean, he's getting the ball a lot, but he's not getting it in dangerous positions. He's always too deep. And he has like 2 banks of players he needs to beat.
Good for the cut back to Yotsakon. This is the issue for Hougang, is getting players into the opposition area quick enough on the transition. Might break for them. Oh, this could be it. That's the equalizer. Oh, chaos at the back for the Lion City Sailors again.
What a weird goal to concede.
Ryohei Yoshihama with the finishing touch. Bizarre defending from the Lion City Sailors, and Hougang have made the most of it with the equalizer.
A lot of ball ricocheting across. And look at this. Susak didn't really manage to just hang in there or get himself down there to just pick up the ball and collect it. He's waiting for... Oh, that's a weird goal to concede. And again, Hougang is still in it.
They most certainly are. The back level. Ryohei Yoshihama gets a goal on his debut. checking this, and I was a little bit concerned as well as it bounced back into Sua, whether he might just have been slightly offside. So this could get a little bit painful for Hougang again. They had a goal in the first half, right at the end of the first half, ruled out for offside correctly. Yeah. And they're just checking this because it did look to me on the replay like Yuma Sua might have just been in an offside position as it bounced into him. So that's what they're looking for.
But Ramzala listening intently to Clarence, explaining stuff to the Hougang players. Let's look at this again. This is okay.
Oh, wow. I think he is off, you know?
Yeah.
The question now is, well, is there an intentional touch from a Sailors defender? And I don't think in that situation there is.
If we can get another angle from the other side of the field, that would be good as well.
He was in an offside position.
Let's look at this again. It was unintentional. That wasn't a pass.
Yeah, I don't think this is going to be allowed. Here we go. This is the angle.
I think the goal should be given.
Offside. Offside is the call. It does, on that angle, on the replay, it does look like it comes off Datkovic, but in a situation like that, it has to be an intentional play from the defender, and it looks like it's a block, it's a save, so then he's offside. Sua is offside. It's unfortunate for Hougang.
Oh, they have had 2 goals disallowed. And INC Sailors have to be counting themselves really lucky with the manner that they've considered those disallowed goals.
Sami, Ramzala. Festering. Inside to Kikuchi. Yoshihama. Unfortunate for him and for Hougang. That goal has been chopped off, but they'll, I think, get some encouragement from that. Blasco. Cross with the outside of the boot, easily cleared away by Safwan. There's going to be a change coming up for the Lion City Sailors. Anderson Lopez is done for the night, and Leonard T is going to be coming on in his place.
I think this is the one substitute that is going to do a bit more damage because of the runs that he's going to make. He's more mobile, and Maxime would be looking for those runs much more. Not a good outing for the number 18, Anderson Lopez.
Farhan. Oh, lovely from Farhan. Look at the footwork. Needs a Song Young to come across to help out. That's Kanok. Kanok, who has played for a club in Thailand called ACDC. So we'll be looking to rock and roll this season for Hougang. Sure, you'll realize it's a long way to the top as well for this club. ACDC Aaron Coastal Defense Command, by the way, in case you were wondering. And Dengue into Lestien. Dakovic. Costa. Song Young decides to turn around and go back. So 2 goals disallowed for Hougang United. And Lion City Sailors have decided to also make 2 changes instead of just the one. So not just Anderson Lopez will be coming off. He's had a tough time. He's had a poor outing, the Brazilian.
Yeah. Didn't really get into a good position except for that one in the 4th minute. Had a scuffed shot as well after that touch from Shao Anwar.
Yoshihama. Blasco. There's Hami. Sailors can break. He got his head up, Lestien. Nothing much going on in front of him. He's been fouled by Blasco. So time for the changes. For the Lion City Sailors, Anderson Lopez going to be coming off to be replaced by Leonard T. And Christopher Van Housen is also going to be coming on for Hami Shaheen.
Like for like change for both players.
Four changes made for the Lion City Sailors. Van Housen, Lestien. Put up for a corner by Anders Zaplin. Song. It's Song Yong. Effort is well wide. That's Kanok. On to Kikuchi. Vestering. Well, Blasco is very deep. That's Kikuchi. Lion City Sailors happy to just sit back for the moment. Hougang around Sanizal popping into central midfield when they have the ball.
They're defending high up. Lion City Sailors looking to play the ball at the back of the defensive line. There's not many players making that run.
It's a good pass from Kanok. And he finds Farhan. Quick throw from Anders. Well, he just caught his teammate by surprise. There's Costa. It's an injury for Farhan Zulkifli. Well, hopefully it's nothing too serious for him. Clutching the he was clutching the back of his head initially. It's gone to his foot. Well, it looks like it's going to be coming off anyway.
Farhan Zulkifli coming off.
Hugo Kamaitani is going to be coming on for Hougang. 26-year-old centre forward. That's Kamaitani. One for Farhan Zulkifli. First change for Hougang in this match.
change. 7. Kamatani slotting in at where Farhan Zulkifli was.
Van Housen with the header forward. Lestien with the header inside. Kikuchi. Gives it for Yotsakon. Hugo Kamatani, who's just come on, has also played in Cambodia prior to his move to Hougang. He was with Naga World. You can see the connection there. A few of these players playing in the Cambodian League, all coming over together to Hougang.
Could be Clement. Clement was there last season. I think he's back in Singapore right now.
That was Yuta Kikuchi. Well, Kamatani, the number 7, who's just come on to replace Farhan Zulkifli, has also spent some time in the United States of America, playing in the USL League. The likes of the Omaha Mavericks and Des Moines and Union Omaha. USL, a different league to the MLS. There's Blasco. Van Housen.
Simple for Zafan.
Here is Hugo Kamatani.
You have 2 of your wingers, Hougang United, at the center line. There's no damage that you can do from there.
Well, look on the far side as well. Blasco had his hands on his hips. And you're right to say they're very deep.
Yeah, exactly. You have 40 meters, or as of now, his direct opponent is about, what, 10 meters ahead of him. And now you have Maxime Lestien right in front of him, where you still have, again, that 2 banks of lines that you need to beat. You can't do anything much from there.
Would you like to see them positioned a little bit further forward?
Further forward.
Pinning themselves against the wing-backs.
Yeah, but that's where the space is, right? If you pin your wing-backs back, then the space in the area in front of them is going to be much more.
Lestien onto Van Housen. Back to Lestien. Grand City Sailors have been very comfortable without the ball.
Yeah, exactly.
Costa. Gets away from Kamatani for the moment. Well, he does well, Hugo Kamatani. Get back and put a challenge in. Kamatani born in Kashima. Safwan. Tarkovic. That's Ramsala. Sweeping pass out to Lestien. There's an overload. Van Housen. Well, they had options there. There should have been a better pass, unless he's saying that he was fouled by Vestering.
I think the Maxime Lestien was also asking for nothing there. Nothing there.
That's Blasco. And double teamed.
He's getting frustrated. He's getting frustrated by his own actions. I mean, he's losing the ball way too many times.
That's Ryan Sanizal. It's not quite happening for Hougang in possession. Here's Ndenge. Lestien. Van Housen. Better cross in, much better ball in. That's a good header away from Anders Aplin. He's Blasco into Sua. Given away by Hougang. Ramsala. Lestien back to Ramsala. Chance for another for the Lion City Sailors. That delay and that pass from Ramsala coming in just gave Hougang the chance to recover and get a clearance in. Well, Lion City Sailors, they'll be used to holding on to these leads. They'll be used to killing off matches. They're quite happy. We've seen from last season, they're quite happy to just play without the ball and be compact and organized. Now to look at this chance. It was cleared away by Anders Aplin.
This one again, but Ramsala and Maxim Lestien just playing that small little 1-2s, that little number of space.
Blasco, who's growing frustrated, has been replaced. Setawut Wongsai is on for Victor Blasco. So another Thai player on the pitch for Hougang. Change in their setup as well, with Setawut playing on the right. Kametani has gone across to the left. '28-year-old Thai forward Setawut Wongsai, looking for that little bit of freshness in attack in the closing stages of this contest. Setawut, who is a product of the Chonburi Academy. They produce some excellent players, Chonburi.
Yeah.
Spent all of his career in Thailand. It's his first time playing overseas.
Strong play from Nege. Bit of a pull from Yumasua.
Ramsala against Setawut. A Song. Datkovic. Costa. In for the give and go. Gets it back from Ramsala. Costa with the ball into the box. Kanok with the last touch. Kanok Kongsima. Zlatu with Supanburi. Also spent some time with Chainat. Club that Young Lions head coach Firdaus was at previously.
Yeah, that's right. Interesting. We have only 3 players in the penalty box for Lion City Sailors.
Song Yong. Lestien. Change up in the set piece routine. Just take it short and try and work a different angle. Didn't quite come off. Investering with the block on the run of Leonard D. Van Housen. Back to Sushak. Lestien. T. That's a poor challenge from Brad Sanizal. Mistimed and through the back.
A different approach, different striker, different qualities as well. And Sanizal just bashing through. Smile from him after the tackle.
Yeah, he knows it as well. He knows it wasn't a great one. There's afters there between T and Yoshihama. to be fair to Yoshihama, there was actually a smile on his face. The team wasn't too happy to see that. Give him a shove in the chest, but after that talking to, all is well. So is it Lestien or Ndenge from this free kick? Lestien on a hat-trick.
Looking at the wall, so light. Not much height in there as well. Ndenge looks like he's forming up.
Yeah, Lestien has walked away.
Yeah.
It's going to be left to Ndenge. Into the wall. Maybe should have gone to Lestien.
Yeah. Bit more consistency from Maxime Lestien.
Just had a quick look as to whether there was a handball in the wall. Nothing doing with that, so on we go. Here's Ndenge. Well, they've only been 5 draws in the history of this fixture, and all of those 5 draws have finished 1-1. So if Hougang can find the equalizer, create a little bit of a history in that regard. Van Housen, a challenge from Vestering is going to be a booking for Jordan Vestering.
I think it's more of those fouls that he has committed.
It's confirmation of that booking for Jordan Vestering. Lion City Sailors, as it stands, on their way to another win against Hougang. It will be the 13th against them in all competitions since the Sailors were established in 2020. (13 wins out of 19. It's pretty fantastic. Just the 1 defeat for the Lion City Sailors. That one coming in March of 2021. 3-1 away win for Hougang. Lionel Tan and Tomoyuki Doi scoring for them. Tomoyuki Doi scoring twice in that fixture. Yellow card for Song Hee-yong.
Bit of a tuck from Song Hee-yong. Pretty sure that he was happy with that. Just came in and I think booked.
Share of disciplinary issues last season, Song Hee-yong. The domestic and continental front.
Well, I think that's passion from him, looking at how he's playing his football. Easy catch from the 2-meter tall goalkeeper.
Clutching his lower back, delivery from Yoshihama. Sushak was always going to be favored for that.
There's no contact. It's the fall from the catch, which I think he has been accustomed to.
I mean, goalkeepers expect that, and also it's not like he landed straight on his back. I think it's just a little bit of gamesmanship going on here from Sushak, trying to slow things down. Broke his fall.
Yeah. But he didn't have anything much to do throughout the whole game, especially in the second half. Except for that disallowed goal.
2 of them. Kikuchi. Song gets it away into Costa off balance. And he left it, Costa.
Weird decision as well.
Yotsakon. Looks like he's kept himself onside this time. Suwa Well, drive easily blocked by Lionel Tan. Here's Kikuchi.
Well, did he hurt himself in the process?
It was a poor effort from Suwa. Here's Yoshihama. Couple of changes coming up for Hougang. And the next opportunity, Huzaifa. It's one of those set to come on. And Chonlawit Kanunkid is also going to be coming on for Hougang. Ryan Sun is up. Denge. Song. And Bailey Wright could be coming on for the Lion City Sailors. Coming across to the bench, taking off his bib. On the pitch, Ramzala chips it towards the back post. Vestering wasn't sure, so he wasn't taking any chances. Puts it out for a corner.
I actually think he meant to hit it back to Zafan.
As Huzaifa, very experienced central midfielder. Yuma Suwa and Jordan Vestering have both come off. Former Geylang and PG Tampines player Huzaifa Aziz. Lestienne, it's easy for Zafan. We also saw Chonlawit come on for Hougang. He spent most of his career playing in Thai League 2, 108 appearances at that level. Yes, Setawat with the effort. It's a good save from Shusha.
Tony Durkovic and Hugo Costa played him onside. Safwan and Lionel was trying to push the line forward. Definitely onside here. Putting his body up, going to the far post. A few times that Shushak was being called upon.
Taken short. Kikuchi. Yoshihama. Nowhere to go. Almost ran it out for a goal kick. Able to squeeze across into the area. Huzaifa heads it back in. Second one into Yotsakon. There's a turn from Kametani. And Denge is there. Put it out for a throw. We'll keep up the pressure here. Lestienne is going to be coming off for the Lion City Sailors. And we will see Bailey Wright making an appearance. Maxime Lestienne, 2 goals that he scored. The first gave the Sailors the lead. The second one, the go-ahead goal as well. 2 really good finishes off his left foot. Not a bad way to make your 120th appearance for the club. Maxime Lestienne with 2 goals. Could be the match winner for the Lion City Sailors. Have to see this one out. Late pressure from Hougang. Shihama with the cross. And Dankovic involved straight away. Bailey Wright in there as well. He'll take this free kick. Zaifa with the foul on Costa.
No intent on taking the ball. Zaifa just again just crashing through. It was more of a follow through rather than having some menace in that tackle.
Maxime Lestienne, also the first player to score a brace this season. Remzala around the corner for T. Song. Back to Datkovic. 9 minutes at the minimum added on. So plenty of time left in this one.
Yeah, plenty of time for Hougang to get something. They have been poor in the second half, not really creating anything at all.
Huzaifa. That's one of those when you see the ball go up. 9 minutes on there. If you're Hougang, you're chasing the game, it gives you a lift.
Yep, exactly. And if you're Nancy Sailors, you'll be thinking, where did that 9 minutes come from?
Where did those 9 minutes come from? Yotsakon.
Defending Tony Datkovic, just screening it off from the number 7.
Kametani.
Yeah. He's playing up front now.
Trying to work out a formula here, Hougang, to find a way back. They really haven't offered much in attack in this second half. And yet there's still just the 1 goal in it. That will give Hougang something to fight for. Huzaifa. Yoshihama. There's Chonlawit, 33-year-old. Well, 32-year-old on the team sheet.
Engages hanging. 13, Yuta Kikuchi.
Chinedu Eziako watches on, hoping that his side can come up with an equalizer. Closing stages of this contest. Instead, it's the Lion City Sailors who look the likely of the two sides to go and get the next goal. Yeah. Really good at just seeing out matches, though. The defending champions.
58% possession for Lion City Sailors. I'm sure a lot of it is coming from the back 5, just passing across to one another.
One for Huzaifa to deal with. Does so pretty comfortably. There's Chonlawit. Gone with a lot of these longer, hopeful passes forward.
Yeah. I think the timing of it's not right. I think that the might have seen it. PG Tampines doing it successfully, but you have to time it right.
Yoshihama. Huzaifa. Kikuchi. Yoshihama. Touch to Chonlawit. Rush that shot. Chonlawit, who's not known for his goals.
And he was smacking it across. Was not at the optimum height for him as well.
It's more frustration for Alexander Rankovic. I don't think he'll be too pleased with the overall performance from his side, but again, it's one of those things as well. When you're not playing well, you make sure you win the matches. And very early days in the season, so there's a lot more yet to come from both these sides.
Well, we do hope that this is one of their poor performances during the season, and it's used just to build on and improve performance, and eventually the results will come for both sides. Especially Lansing Sailors, who are competing on so many competitions.
It's Yoshihama with the cross. Just over the head of Chon Lawit, who picks it up again in the area. Back out to Yoshihama. That's come off Lionel Tan. There's a lack of urgency as well to get on with it. I mean, he stopped to tie his shoelaces. Yeah, he did.
It's the body language of all the players. I get that Lansing Sailors don't really care. You know, they just want to slow the game down as much as possible because they are leading. And they are going to go into the game with 3 points if it ends like this. But it's weird from Hougang.
T easily cleared away. Chon Lawit. And another aimless long pass. Given a lifeline with the 9 extra minutes added on, but they've not done much with it.
I think besides the disallowed goal and one save from Ivan Susak, Hougang didn't do anything in the second half. They were not occupying good positions, dangerous positions. They are not playing the right balls. They are playing the balls at the wrong time. And again, it's still early days, but I don't think you want to be this bad, even if this is the first game of the season.
There's Zafan into Kikuchi. So suddenly, a bit of an injection of pace. A bit of urgency.
But I think nobody saw the time. Right now they have seen it. Okay, we have 1 minute left. Let's go and try to do something.
There's Kanok. Gets it back from Anders.
There's no runs. Everybody's standing.
For Kanok, he's looking for options. He's asking for movement. Again, another desperation pass there with the diagonal, and it's just turned over. This is perfect for the Lion City Sailors. They've said we're going to see this one out. They haven't really been put under any sort of pressure. Very comfortable. And Denge go across. Costa. Ramzala.
Well, Lion City Sailors have not played well, but they didn't need to as well, right? I don't think they even extended themselves a lot to win this game.
That's the whistle for full time. 3 goals in this match. Another win for the Lion City Sailors against Hougang United. It is now 16 matches without defeat for the Sailors against Hougang. They haven't lost to Hougang in more than 4 years. It wasn't their best performance, but it doesn't matter. They got the result that they wanted coming into this matchup.
Well, a good result for Lion City Sailors. Again, you have to look at in totality how they have performed and how they have gotten the result. I don't think Rankovic would be really happy with their performance, but we can say the same a lot of times last season as well, where performance haven't been good, but they have gotten the 3 points and eventually they became champions. And what a way to start the season for Lion City Sailors, then getting that 3 points, which is most important.
Lestienne with a goal in the 11th minute. Farhan Zulkifli with the equaliser in the 29th. Lestienne again with the winner in the 47th. Finishers here at our Tampines Hub. Lion City Sailors 2, Hougang United 1. Let's have a look at the highlights. Straight into it.
Look at Maxime Lestienne here, just scoring the first goal from the mistake by Ryan Sanizal, who had a really good game, Ryan Sanizal, right after the mistake was being made. But this was the start that IC Sailors wanted, to get an early goal, to set the tone and rhythm for the whole game.
A really good finish by Maxime Lestienne. Passed straight into him by Ryan Sanizal, and he was so cool and composed. Found the bottom corner perfectly. No chance for Zafan. In the 29th minute, Hougang would get their equalizer. Farhan Zulkifli expertly finished as well.
Excellent finish from Farhan Zulkifli here. Like I said earlier on, he didn't buckle under the pressure by Safwan, or rather from Safwan. Stood strong, knew exactly where he wanted to hit that ball. And this was one of the very few chances that Hougang created throughout the whole match.
Cross the goalkeeper towards that far post. Fine finish by Farhan. And just before half-time, Yotsakon thought he had given Hougang the lead, but the flag went up for offside, and it was the correct call, the VAR disallowing the goal.
Here, just a little bit offside. Went a little too early as well. Lucky for Hougang and Yotsakon.
Into the second half, and straight after the restart, Maxime Lestienne with another really good finish. To a whole host of defenders, and finding the bottom corner again. That one in the 47th minute to make it 2-1.
Twice he was given that space by Jordan Vestring, and he duly noted that present and just passed it into goal.
This is a great angle. Wonderful angle to see it from. Lion City Sailors with another chance. Sien Denge in the 54th minute. That took a dip right at the end. Could have been a problem.
Different technique being used here by Denge, just snapping it at the top of the ball.
And then another one ending up in the back of the net for Hougang. But this was also chalked off for offside.
Again, unlucky here for Hougang United. And it was, if it was a goal, it was a weird goal to concede.
And so, we have a look at the numbers. Hide. Fair result in the end when you look at that. Hougang with not much of an improvement at all in the second half in terms of their attempts.
Exactly, I thought second half Hougang United was poor, didn't really look to threaten Lion City Sailors. Look at the numbers, it's really fair result as well for Lion City Sailors to get the 3 points.
Well, let's have a look at what this result means for the standings. The Lion City Sailors go into an early lead. 2 points clear of Elbrechts, Balestier, BG Tampines Rovers and Geylang International. We have our first win of the season. Congratulations to the Lion City Sailors. Hougang United are at the bottom of the table. Tanjung Pagar and Young Lions still to play. And this is what else is coming up in the Singapore Premier League Match Week 2. Beginning on the 12th of September, Geylang International against Elbrechts Niigata over at the Jurong East Stadium. Tanjung Pagar United against BG Tampines on the 13th of September, also at Jurong East. And then we come back to our Tampines Hub on the 14th as Balestier Khalsa take on the Lion City Sailors. All matches kicking off at 7:30 p.m. Thanks for joining us on our coverage of this one. We'll see you next time for more from the 2025-26 Singapore Premier League season. But for now, it's goodbye from our Tampines Hub. Lion City Sailors 2, Hougang United 1.